So most of you don't realize that not only do I have a missing leg, I've got a few other things going on. I'm deafened this year. That means I cannot filter or localize sounds. I can't decide what to concentrate on, and crowded rooms are uncomfortable. There's also something broken inside my brain where I sometimes have these short but terrifying episodes of deja vu. It's some sort of micro seizure. And I think the combination of broken brain and ear leads to the next one. Music from my two-legged days is overwhelming. All it really takes is one song that I'm familiar with from back then to start playing, loud enough for it to catch my brain, and I will be crying. I was bawling full stop to a Kelly Clarkson song this morning, like one does, and I had a realization about you, my viewers. My life would suck without you.
Onefootflipper.
So you're all sharing your eBay shipping discount with your customers. If you are, you might want to ask yourself why you're doing that. Now, I know some people say, I want to be more competitive. I want to look like I'm cheaper. Some people care more about the shipping price than the overall price, and you know what? Maybe all of those are valid concerns, but I don't care. That's not what I'm doing. eBay is going to charge all of that promoted listing fee and all of that final value fee on that shipping cost that your customers are paying. Not only that, shipping supplies are not free. I know you say, Paige, you work all that into the price of your item. Yeah, you can work all that into the price of your item and then have to figure it out every time of your hundreds or thousands of items. Every time you want to send an offer, make a deal, or lower a price, you got to figure all that out for each and every item. I don't think so. I want to be able to ship an item out. I want to be able to take a $2 offer on a $50 item if I want to, and know that I am not going to lose money shipping it out the door because I was some sort of idiot and shared my shipping discount or put it even cheaper than it cost to ship to look better and have 37 different prices on what it costs to ship a piece of media. No offense to those who do, I just don't agree with it. And when I said idiot, I was not talking about you in particular, even if you're doing all of this. I'm talking about the people who live in your grandmother's basement. They're doing this all the time, and they think it's right, and they're wrong. Don't share your shipping discount. It makes things harder to manage. You need that cushion. Make your initial price cheaper so the overall is the same. You need that cushion to make sure that you don't make mistakes later, and so you're not wasting a lot of time on decisions. Every day, currently the way I do things, things that are 90 days old get marked down by 10%. And I can do that without a thought, whether there is one of them or 400 of them. I can do it all in bulk without even thinking about it because I know that I'm going to receive enough money to ship that item out, no problem, without a doubt. And honestly, it can increase your profits overall depending on what you're selling. With your commodity items that there are tons of available, like anybody ever cared or wanted these houses if this particular house ever sold, and there's 100 of them available, 100 of them sell a month. Yep, if you overcharge on your shipping on this item, you are not going to sell yours until you bring your base price down a lot. But this was a rare house instead. This was a rare house that everybody was looking for, and you put one up, and it sells immediately. Guess what? That extra $3 you cleared on that shipping, that's your $3. You take that to McDonald's and see if they will still sell you a 99-cent McDouble for $3. And if they can, take it to Wendy's and eat it there. So are you using shipping policies? You need to be using shipping policies. You really only need a couple. I have one for light items, 12 ounces or under. I have a $9.99 flat rate one, which I use for golf clubs and posters, and a few other items that I know will always ship around that particular price point that I want to have a fixed price for one reason or another. And I have one for USPS. I have one for UPS, even though I usually end up shipping FedEx when they choose that. That means if prices change or anything changes, I can change all of my listings at once. They use that. Oh, the cost of ground advantage for light items go up, I can make one change and the cost goes up. Well, if I was special casing everything and every single item had the same shipping price, even if it, or sorry, had a different shipping price even if it weighed the same, you'd have to go in and change all of those. Now, some people are different than me. They have this incredible analog type brain who lets them special case every individual thing in their store and have 37 different shipping prices on items that weigh 1 pound, all of which is based upon what the competition is doing and everything else. But I can't think like that. I mean, some people can. My buddy Larry here, he can think like that. He can do that. I'm not able to do that. I will not succeed if I do that. You may not be able to do that. Larry doesn't even use SKUs for item locations. He's that good. I can't do that. I would lose everything. I use SKUs and I lose things all the time. And I think you know if you're a Larry or a Paige by now. Because if you've got a 1,000 item store and you're not using custom SKUs, you still find everything. And then you're a Larry. If you're losing stuff, you're a Paige. That's okay. I like myself. I like Larry too. Don't you love customers? I have a customer talked about in my last video whose item just had to be there super fast, but he didn't tell me until it was too late for anything to happen. And of course, that is the one item that the post office just refused to scan, refused to scan, refused to scan. Finally, it teleported to his home city yesterday morning. Or sorry, yesterday afternoon. It teleported to his home city, having gotten its first scan there, and now it's out for delivery. But he has already ordered another one from Amazon, even though, you know, because he was expecting somehow overnight service from eBay, without asking for it, mind you. And he's already ordered another one from Amazon, so been very clear that he's going to be returning this one. Because I got it, because I got it there still within the given time frame. It's out for delivery today. I believe the original estimate was Friday. So it's showing up 2 days early. Not good enough for this customer. They have already ordered another one. Isn't that lovely? Had another customer who messaged me about Panini Dinosaurs packs. These are 1986 Panini's Dinosaur packs. I was lucky enough to find a box and a half of these. These are a pretty good item. Not a lot of these survived unopened. And he was wanting to build a complete set. He was talking a lot of messages back and forth about how many packs do you think he should buy to get most of the way there, and everything else. You know, I even ended up opening a pack to make sure the stickers, my stickers, are still sticky. And after negotiating a price and everything else, he sends a message saying, "Oh, this was the sticker book I was looking for," and sends me a picture of a completely different Panini Dinosaur sticker set. I should have just blocked the guy after the third message. Because, of course, he just led me down a rabbit hole, in circles, in a row, and ultimately is not buying anything. And if he would have bought earlier, he would have just been returning it, because for some reason he wants the 1985 set and not the 1986 set, which is also much harder to find. So, Paige, why do you think that I should also be overcharging for my shipping and definitely not offering free shipping under any circumstances? Easy. By undercharging on your shipping, or God forbid free shipping, you are training that customer that shipping is cheap, easy, and or free. Thus, it increases returns, it causes more lowball offers, everything else. Let the customers understand that it is not free for us to deliver these things to their house. It's not Amazon. We didn't already have a truck going down every street in America every day. Well, the post office does, but I think you know what I'm saying there. Free shipping and undercharging shipping is simply the wrong route for most of us. Actually, I'd say it's the wrong route for the website in general. Wrong route. I don't care if eBay wants to encourage it. They only want to encourage it because free shipping charges. Yeah. Free shipping increases their profits overall, I think. Doesn't increase the seller's profits. It increases their profits. And I used to be able to explain why, but I don't anymore. It's that broken brain I was talking about at the beginning. So, getting kind of excited on the financial front. As I might have mentioned before, we now invest a huge portion of our income as opposed to increasing our lifestyle, because I want my family to be safe and to have a future if something happens to me. And I'm almost finished maxing out both my IRA and my wife's for the year. I will probably eventually also open a solo 401k as well, and she continues to put a large percentage of her paycheck into her 401k every month. In fact, when we changed it, the accountant for the company had to call her and make sure that's what she really wanted to do, because nobody was doing more than the minimum match, much less the percentage that she's putting in. But I've almost got those maxed out for the year, at least the IRAs, which means come about fall, those last 4 months, that's where the bonus money comes in. Not only is it the most money of the year, it's also where the money comes in that I can use to upgrade our life a little bit. That's where I'll fix some stuff on the house. I will do some repairs to my stupid mini truck that only worked right for about 15 seconds. Things like that. It's going to be exciting. And if you know anybody exciting, why don't you tell them about this channel? I could use some exciting new subscribers. Thanks, and I hope to see you again soon.
See, that's One Foot Flipper's nonsense video.
Now that it's just us, have you ever wondered how Marty McFly, the slacker teenager, had enough time at his age to become an expert at skateboarding, an expert at playing the guitar, and an expert shot at wild gunmen and or real pistols as well? Just makes me wonder.